Hi, welcome everybody to Takeoff with John Clark, sponsored by NJM Insurance. And special guest this week, Rodney McLeod, doing a lot of good work in the Philadelphia community. We're going to talk about that in a second. First of all, Rodney, I remember that game in Vegas where you guys lost. You're 2-5, and I remember you saying, I had to challenge some guys in the locker room, challenge the team, and you felt in your heart it was time to say something. What did you say to that team at that point? And then you guys have won 3 of 4 since then, so it's kind of worked, right?
Yeah, man. I think that's honestly a committed effort from everybody on this team and organization, coaches included. Being able to, within the season, you're going to face a lot of adversity, right? And every team faces it in different ways. And so I think for us, what's most important is us staying together. I think you find a lot about someone or even your team during those toughest moments and those toughest of days. And we just continue to fight, man. We continue to just chip away, continue to believe in one another, in our preparation, in our process. And that's what you just have to revert back to. At the end of the day, you have to look at yourself and figure out, all right, how can I help this team out? How can I be a better version of myself? And really, it was us just detailing our work and then just playing with a relentless effort and having the right mindset. And I think that's what you've seen over these past few games that we've won. You've seen us, not making very minimal mistakes, us playing with a certain edge about us and to us. And guys just won't be denied, honestly. And so I'm glad that we're on the run right now. 2 games, 2-game winning streak, and we're in control of our own destiny right now.
You know that slogan, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. So you kind of kept that in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And you as a leader and other leaders, I guess, on the plane ride back, you have a long flight. Mm-hmm. How much did you kind of talk out what needed to change with the team?
Yeah, we had it gave us a lot of time to talk with one another about the game, what we need to do moving forward, but also just understanding that we have a lot of ball to be played, man, and we can't let people go astray. We have to keep everybody together, and that's what a lot of us leaders did. Is just to make sure that the team continue to stay unified. That understanding that all our goals are still at hand, and we just have to take it one game at a time. We're a young team. Some people have not experienced what we did, but for some of us, we've lived this. 2019, we ended up as NFC East champs, and we had to fight our way back and win games down the stretch that mattered. And it's the same thing this year. But the mindset was just take it one week at a time. You do that, and you'll put yourself in great position.
So we've seen a lot of the young players and players improving their play. But you talked about, okay, everybody has to kind of individually get better so the team can get better. Was it also the coaches? They're all new at what they're doing, and we've seen some drastic changes like the running the ball, the committing to the run on offense, and then on defense, we're seeing a lot of different things like the third down blitzes and changing up the way you play. So was kind of everybody growing together?
I believe so. You've seen a lot of growth from week 1 up until this point, and collectively, and that's what I spoke about earlier, just us not only as players but as coaches as well. And I think that Nick hit it last week is us figuring out who we are and what our identity truly is. And we're a nasty group of individuals, right? And that's where we're going to rely on as we head down into these last 6 games is, running the ball, playing tight defense, pressuring, and like I said, just relentless pursuit, man, and having that edge to us. And I think, we continue to do that, we'll be where we want to be, man. But, I think we're establishing, figuring out who we are, and that's a good thing.
How do you like what's going on defense? Because earlier we saw a lot of too deep safety looks and maybe guys not being as aggressive. Now we're seeing these third down blitzes. You're disguising some stuff at the line of scrimmage. You're coming up more. How do you think that's evolved on defense?
No, it's all been a learning process for us all. And like I said, I think why it has worked is because we've trusted and continue to stay together through it all. And so with that, you see everything coming into fruition the way that it's supposed to. And so that's the beauty about this game. And it takes a great coach and also great players to, be willing to understand one another. And I think that's what you're seeing is us as players understanding who JG is and JG understanding who we are as players, and it's meshing well. We're still running two shell defenses and everything, but we've added a little sprinkle to it. Now we've played towards some of our players' strengths, and it's working. And we're going to continue to grow and continue to get better.
And we've seen the strength of Slay. They call him Big Play Slay for a reason.
Oh, yeah, man.
I mean, 3 touchdowns on defense in the last month. Who does that?
He's playing lights out. That's the only way to put it, man. He's locked in. He's a leader on this team. They call him Big Play for a reason. And he just continues to show up, man, in clutch moments for us. We were a little skeptical about his return skills, but I think all of that is out the window now with him having 3 touchdowns. And I haven't seen that from a player in 1 year in my 10 years. And it's a pleasure just to play alongside him, man. Learn a lot about him. He works hard. Great teammate, man. Funny guy, keeps the room going, even in some of our darkest times or moments where he's not supposed to make a joke, he makes one. But you gotta love him. And we're gonna ride this thing out, man. We're gonna finish these last 6 strong.
Some insurance companies, they use jingles and mascots, but not NJM. When you're upfront with your customers, you don't need gimmicks. NJM, no jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Get a quote today at njm.com. Give us an idea as a defender what the Eagles are doing running the ball right now with Jordan Howard and all the running backs basically. What is it like as a defender to have to try to tackle a guy as many times? I mean, they rushed for 50 times this past Sunday.
Yeah, we make it difficult for opposing defenses. Not only Jordan Howard, Miles Sanders, Kenny, Boston Scott. I mean, that group alone, man, is special. They all have a very unique skill set, and that's why it works. But then you also have to worry about our quarterback, Jalen Hurts, man, with the AI crossover. It's deadly, man, and we're figuring it out, and that's the thing. And that only when teams now have to worry about your run game, that opens up opportunities in the passing game, and we have the receivers that can do special things when they get the balls in their hands. So I'm looking forward to more, and we'll continue to play that way. And shout out to the offensive line, because none of this would be possible without them getting that push, protecting. They've been doing it all, man. And I think back-to-back weeks they've won offensive players of the week for our team. And so we're going to continue to ride those big guys, man. And they're going to get it done this Sunday for us again.
And when you're playing defense and you have a quarterback that is able to run for all those third downs that Jalen Hurts is running for, and that ability, like you just said, the AI crossover, I mean, what does that put into the mind of a defender, and how does a defense have to play differently?
It's all about extending plays. That's the worst fear as a defensive back. When you've done your job in the first 4 seconds of the play, and then you have to worry about the next 4 to 6 seconds that Jalen can create. And that's who he is, man. He's a competitor. He's always going to give us a chance. And, man, he's a true leader and true warrior. Glad to go to battle with him each and every week.
Rodney, I remember listening to you when you hurt your knee again last year, and it was mid-December. So you're not even at a year, and you missed the first 3 games. They say it takes a year to feel right again. Are you starting to feel like Rodney McLeod again?
I would say somewhat. At the end of the day, there's no excuses. I worked hard to put myself in this position to be able to get back out in the field, and man, it's something that I don't take for granted. Every snap is precious, and I try to tell that to everyone. In this sport, man, there's a very high probability that you're going to, be hurt, and you always just want to give it your all. But I think I'm starting to, look like myself of old, and it feels good. And I know I have to continue to play at that level. I have to make, more plays down the stretch and just be where I need to be for this team. And so I'm just enjoying last 6. That's all we're guaranteed, man. And glad to be able to suit it up again with my teammates and make a chance at these playoffs.
We've always seen you just go.
Mm-hmm.
You go.
Mm-hmm.
Have there been moments where you're just not feeling the same, full speed ahead, getting after it?
It's with the ACL, one thing is every day something changes. And you have to do a lot of, preparation to put myself in the best position possible, even for practice. And so I've just had to adopt a lot of things to my regimen that I wasn't accustomed to, just to make sure everything is working and firing properly. And as long as I do that, everything would take care of itself. But I think, at the end of the day, man, I'm going to give it 110. Regardless, there's no excuse that comes out of me when I strap on that helmet, man. I'm locked in. I'm all go, and I'm committed to this team and committed to the city.
When you look at this schedule, you face a lot of tough teams this year, but mostly division games here for the rest of the way. I hate to say it, according to standings, you guys have the best strength of schedule, meaning like you have the easiest schedule left in the NFL. You have a young team in some areas. Can they deal with having a little success now and now taking care of business?
Yeah, I think we just have to have blinders, man, to it all. We blocked out the noise when it was negative. We have to do the same thing now that it's positive and people are glorifying us, right? It's the same approach. You have to be the same person each and every week. Success can be your downfall. And so we have to just make sure as leaders we continue to keep people aligned and keep people focused on the task at hand, and that's just winning this week. And so this week we have the Giants, we go up to New York, take care of business, and then we reset, and that's it.
Is there any mindset change when you hear that the Giants have fired their offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett? I mean, it's a short week. How do they change anything up?
Yeah, that is a surprise to me. But at the end of the day, the players have not changed. And we all know that it's a division opponent. Regardless of record, you put that aside and you know what you're going to get. You're going to get their best effort. And they're coming Sunday with something to prove. And we're trying to do the same thing. So it's going to be a battle, man. I don't expect them to lay down. I don't expect them to show up not wanting to play. I expect the best out of them, and they're going to get the same out of us.
All right, now let's bring in your wife, Erica. I will give my mic to her. We can bring her in, and then we'll get her a chair right here. And you guys are going to have a sneaker ball.
Yep.
So let me ask you, on the Eagles, who is the best dressed on the Eagles, or who's got the best collection of
sneakers?
Yeah.
Oh, man, the best collection of sneakers might be between, I think, Miles Sanders and Jalen Reagor.
Yeah.
They're huge collectors. I think I just saw last week Reagor had maybe 3 pair of sneakers in his locker alone. So those guys, and Miles usually has some exclusives on his feet consistently. Offensive guys, what can you do? That's what they do, man.
Yep.
But yeah, young guys, they got it.
Who's the best dressed on the Eagles?
Best dressed. Outside of myself.
I was gonna say, president.
Outside of myself, it's difficult, man, because you have guys with different styles, right? You can see the young Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
He's very polished when it comes to the suit game. Very impressed. Been very impressed. And he's consistent. Yeah. So I would say maybe the suit game could be the rook.
Rookie taking
could be the rook.
Now Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts comes with some splash. Yeah, he does. I think last week he had a corduroy set on. I like that little powder blue, North Carolina blue.
Yeah.
Who else? I feel like Jalen Reagor is another guy. Miles. Fletch for some of the bigger guys,
right.
Dress as well.
And by the way, you guys got Landon Dickerson to actually buy a suit.
Yeah.
He showed up in overalls, right?
Yeah, man. He's a character. He's a character. But I love him. He has a very good sense of humor, man, and just comes to work every day, just trying to get better. Yeah. So, yeah, he's going to put it all on the line. Well, another guy battling from ACL, too.
Oh, yeah?
Came back. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see all these sneakers. We're going to see the suits. We're going to see everything on display at the Sneaker Ball. How proud are you with your foundation, Rodney and Erica, that you really help out the city of Philadelphia in an immense way? We just saw you giving away Thanksgiving meals, turkeys and Thanksgiving meals to 200 families. How important is it for you to change lives in the city of Philadelphia?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal when you think about the meaning of the season. It's about giving back. It's about seeing their smiles on their faces, knowing that we might be blessed to help somebody else. It's the little things you do for them. You know, it might just be a turkey and some vegetables, but they're so grateful just to see that we can touch their holidays. Not everyone has, you know, the happiest of holidays or the biggest of families, but we're here to be the family, the support, and just to sprinkle some cheer on there every day helps us give back to the community, just to see the impact that it makes and the footsteps that we can leave for those in the future.
And I know it's very, very important. We're doing this interview in a school here in Philly. Education is so important in the cities here, yeah. And in the communities. How much, and you were nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. I mean, how much do you invest yourself in the youth and them having good families and then getting good educations for the future?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge to just pour back into the youth. Understand that we've all been in their positions, been in their seats. And I said to a lot of kids today, it's about you showing up that matters, right? Showing up first, and then it's about what you do now once you're in that classroom that's going to make a difference. But understand that for all of us adults, to be before you right now, me living out my dreams, us running the foundation, it all started from somewhere, and that started at school. It started with education, and education is just it's the door to opportunity. And so what we realize is that not many are afforded the same opportunities, and it's unfortunate that education is all determined by your neighborhood, right? Your access to programming, all those sorts of things. And so Change Our Future, like many, recognize that. And so we just want to be able to start to bridge that gap. And Sneaker Ball is a way to fund a lot of the programming that we want to do. It's important for us to talk about education, but then it's important for a student to make the smart and correct decisions, because those choices that we made also allowed us to be where we are, right? So we're talking about leadership, character programs, and mentorship. These kids need guidance, and so many are without one parent or without both. And so we know what's at hand, and we're just committed to our community. We all come from somewhere. We've been here for the past 6 years, and Philly has treated us like family, and we now consider Philadelphia our family, and we want to continue to pour into these neighborhoods and most importantly, pour into these kids.
And it's especially important you saw smiles around the holidays, bringing cheer. Tell us about Sneaker Ball, how people can come out. We're going to see sneakers everywhere.
Yep,
right?
Yeah. Sneaker museum. Yeah, all that. Go ahead.
All right, so December 6th, Monday, December 6th, we're having our Sneaker Ball at the Arts Ballroom. And we're just hoping to see the support from those in the community dressed in ball gowns, suits, whatever it is, rocking your favorite kicks. And it's our way to just bring the community together, especially after such a rough 18 months. We're still in a pandemic. We're still taking all those precautions, hand sanitizing stations. We have Santa Life, providing air purification as well for us, so people feel safe coming back together. But, sneakers are just a way for us to bridge and bring people together. Everyone has their favorite sneaker, and we have sneaker activations, we have music, we have live auction items. So you get to have a little bit of fun, network with everyone, see our sneaker museum. I think that's going to be really big. But most importantly, it's also to shed a light on what Change Our Future has been doing. This is our first year, our first inaugural gala. So you can see the work we're doing in the community, but also it's our opportunity to invite others in the community to help us participate, to make an impact, and for us to raise money for the youth. They're the most important at this time, and it's a time of need, a time of growth for the programmings that we're doing. Getting back into the schools, into those communities, and showing that we as the adults care about the future that we're trying to help build for them.
Well, that's great. Is there a sneakerball.org or .com, or is it the Change Our Future?
So it's changeourfuture.org,
okay.
And it'll immediately, as soon as you go into the site, it'll ask you to purchase your tickets or have you purchase your tickets. So we're just encouraging everybody to come out, celebrate a great night with us through fashion, but also philanthropy, and then supporting our young people out here who need us the most. And this is your time to show that you care. We need to put our arms around these kids and let them know that we're here for them and we support them. And so, if you like sneakers, if you love our kids, Sneaker Ball is where you need to be. December 6th, you know what I'm saying? Come fashionably correct.
There you go. Got our own fashion week in Philly. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, it's going to be a good time, though, man.
Well, great, and we'll put the website on our screen and everything so people can know. And I appreciate what you guys do for our city of Philadelphia, because some people just send money. You guys, you get out there in the communities like we saw today, making sure that people have a good meal for Thanksgiving. So,
Absolutely.
Rodney and Erica, we really appreciate what you do for our city.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Greatest. Oh, mom, so flagrant.